Welcome back to the series where I cover every single reason the Apple Business Manager and Intune sync can fail. Today I am covering a scenario that is a little different from the previous ones. This one is for the admin who does not just want a band-aid fix, but actually wants to dig into the root cause and understand exactly why the sync is failing. Now, if you follow my first video in this series, I gave a pro tip that re-uploading the token will almost always get your sync working again, and that is still true. What if you want to actually know why it broke in the first place? Let me walk you through exactly how to debug this. If you observe the sync is broken in Intune. If you see my second and third video, you know something is wrong with the token owner. Let's start by checking the token in Apple Business Manager. If you look at the created by field, it shows the token was created by a user called ABM admin. Now, if you go into Intune and check the email placeholder on the token, it also points to ABM admin as the user who uploaded it. So your next step is to check the status of the ABM admin user in Apple Business Manager. And when you check, everything looks perfectly fine. The user is active, not deleted, not deactivated, and you have never deactivated this user at any point in the past. So how is the sync still failing? Here is the real root cause in the scenario. The token was originally created by ABM admin, but at some point the token was renewed or re-uploaded by a different user. In my case, that user is called Intune ABM. Now, we already know that Apple Business Manager does not show you who downloaded the latest token. It only shows who originally created it. And Intune does have a placeholder for the email of the person who uploaded the token, but it is entirely up to the Intune admin to keep that email updated every single time the token is re-uploaded. In my case, the Intune admin did not update the email when the token was last uploaded, which means the email placeholder was still showing ABM admin, even though the actual current token owner was Intune ABM. In my case, the Intune ABM was deactivated. Hence, the sync was failing. This is exactly why the debugging was so confusing. Everything pointed to ABM admin being fine, but ABM admin was never the issue. The actual token owner was Intune ABM, and that is a user whose status actually mattered. So how do you fix this? You can activate the existing user or create new user or choose existing user, and then go ahead and re-upload the token. That user is now the new owner of the token. And this time, make absolutely sure you update the email placeholder in Intune correctly so it reflects the actual user who uploaded it. Here is the pro tip for making sure this never trips you up again. Create one dedicated common user in Apple Business Manager that you will never deactivate and never delete. Have a strict protocol to use that same user every single time you download and upload the token. Do it correctly this one time, and you are set for the year, or however long until the token needs to be renewed again. But if for any reason a different individual user uploads a token, make absolutely sure the email placeholder in Intune is updated to reflect that person, because that placeholder is the only way you or any other admin will know whose account needs to stay active to keep the sync working. If this helped you understand how to actually debug a sync failure and find the real root cause rather than just applying a quick fix, drop a like. It really helps the channel, and subscribe so you do not miss the next reason in the series. I will see you in the next one.